Alright, how's it going today, guys? We have got a new project to do today, but we're going to talk a little bit first. I know. Shut up, Bear. Stop rambling. Get to work. Not today. You will notice I am out. I don't know why this one isn't going out. I might have to fix that, but I am out of all burnable things, and I am full on creosote. But I have this nice box of nothing but purified coal just waiting to be turned into beautiful coal coke. And I was running through the stuff that we got from Mining and Music the other day over here, and this is the only guy that still has power, so he's just crunching away and getting me more tetra and copper ready to go in the sluice. Since this thing is the dense boiler, it was the first one to die, and actually this one and this one got turned off ahead of time. This one did as well. It might have a little bit left in it, but as soon as this one died, I knew everything else was dying soon. So we either need to burn more creosote, void creosote, which is not happening, or we need to burn less coal. And that is what we're going to be doing, because the other day while I was doing the mining and music, or while I was doing the building video for the Not So Crazy Cafe by the pier, I ran into a couple things down here. I'll take you down and show you what I ran into. Other than a big wide open cave system with those big round empty rooms that just spawned all kinds of death on Bear's head. But I needed a diamond, so I was doing this strip mining thing like we do down at Bedrock to find a diamond. When I got all the way back here, the very, very back, eventually, the ways down here, I ran into this beautiful stuff. For anybody that doesn't know, this is natural gas. And this is not going to hold it for long. We need to find out if that is a natural gas pocket or if it's an actual spring of natural gas back there. If it's a spring of natural gas, it's going to continually make us natural gas. Although, if I use the map, we are over here, so we're not too far from the base. It may not be loaded, so it may not be producing any currently, or at least when we're at the base normally. And then I went over here, and yes, I did a whole lot of mining down here just to get a diamond. Diamond veins are a pain, and I was not getting any love from the smalls. Then I got over to this side. I may have to go over to that one because I think, yeah. Here it is. In this one, I ran into oil. And again, this is not going to contain it. If it is an actual spring, it is going to come right up over this barrier that I have here. So we need to get back there and we need to get that checked out and see if it's just a pocket of oil or if it is in fact a spring. So we need to get a couple things set up. We need to get a couple drains made, and we have another thing that we need to get made, which is going to be next time, which is what we're preparing for this time. Now, once I get my butt back up to the factory, what I'm getting ready to make will make a little more sense on why I'm doing it. I need some of my vegetable soup. It's like I need to get a little more. Oh, and by the way, I made the farm station thing. Nobody else that I've talked to has had this issue, but it ate up every bit of wheat, and I got 2 cows out of it. I put in 63 wheat, I got 2 cows. It was a waste. Oh, sorry, I had a sneeze come on, and I could feel it, but I couldn't get it to pop. Okay, so what we're making today is a lathe. You probably already know this because you've read the title. But today we're making a lathe. And the reason why we're making a lathe is because we need to make a lot of screws. Every time I make a turbine, I need 4 screws to make said turbine. So, turbine, I need to make this 4 times, so I need this screw. And every screw takes 2 bolts, unless we use a lathe, which only takes 1 bolt, and we get a 1/72 of bronze back from it. So it's going to save us 0.125 bronze for every screw, and give us 0.013, which is not a whole lot. But when you think about all of the turbines that I'm going to end up making because of the mixers that I need to make for these, that's going to be a pretty significant amount. But we are also going to be making a coagulator, which needs 4 screws in it that are now stainless steel, a little bit more valuable material. And when we get to that point, which will not be too far off in the future, since we now have oil, we will be making a distillation tower. And these distillation tower parts require 4 screws for each one of them, and you need roughly 62,573. Okay, that might be rounding up, just a little bit. Might be an exaggeration, but we need a whole lot of those tower parts. So we're going to need a lot of screws. So to save on material, we're making a lathe. So basically, we are going to do the normal boiler thing, but we're going to do a liquid boiler this time because we are going to use, let's see, if I stop talking, I can actually type. Okay, so we're going to use a liquid burning box. It's going to be bronze. So we need 2 small bronze fluid pipes. So let's grab 2 plates and go put it in our extruder over here. We're doing this so we can burn up some creosote, since this is not a processing machine. We're not going to be running it too awful long, so it won't be a big deal for us to use creosote. But just to make sure I have plenty, we are going to make about 32 more copper pipes as well. Small is plenty for this. So we'll get that started. There are my 2 pipes. We'll let that run for a minute. Alright, so we need that and that. We're going to need 2 more of these. They are going to be for making us a double ingot. Alright, and I'm going to have to make a new hammer very, very soon. That thing's getting really, really low. I've already broke the other hammer that I normally have in the table. Broke the one that was on the anvil. So I will be making a red steel hammer very soon. Take care of that. Alright, so there's our pipes. We're going to need those in a little bit. And I made more bricks the other day. Have those sitting here waiting on me. I still haven't gotten everything put away from the mining trip the other day. So there's our liquid burning box. Now we need to get 2 robust machine casings made. I already hammered all this out and got everything prepared. Alright, so there's our 2, when I put all the rods in, robust machine casings. The one thing I did forget to get hammered out though is for the boiler. Please, hammer, don't hurt us. Aha! Still didn't die. I will almost guarantee though I need it for this recipe. I hope it's got 2 crafting recipes left on it. Alright, we're down to 1 crafting recipe left. Hopefully we only need it for 1 more thing, and we'll get through this project without it. Alright, so we got our burning box, we got our boiler, now we need to get our turbine, and we're screwed. Because every one of those rotors needs a hammer. Put it together. See? Hammer. Ugh. Alright, there's got to make a hammer. And I'm actually going to recycle 2 of my pickaxes to do it real quick. Let me go down and grab a little bit of red steel scrap. It just got processed today. Yeah, I've got a mess to clean up down here too. Where is the red steel? No, it's in there. It is. Let's just take all of that for the moment. Not going to be enough to make a hammer, but we need to make it into a dust anyways. That'll give us 3 of them. So that'll save 1 of my pickaxes. And then I will also need 1 of those to go with it. Get this in here. Sacrifice a pickaxe to make a hammer real quick. Should have thought of this when I made those pickaxes. I'm gonna make another big batch of red steel again here in a couple days. Probably gonna upgrade my anvil over there to red steel. while this is heating up, show you that the red steel anvil has a durability of 5,000, where the regular steel is only 1,000, so it's going to be 5 times as durable, and we will need it for quite a while until we get the proper machines created. We will be using an anvil for quite a while. Alright, let's not do the green one. There we go. Alright, so give me this one so we can go ahead and get him dealt with. Now let's get our screws made, which we have way more than we actually need here. 3, 4, that is for our rotors. And then the lathe itself is going to need 1. So we'll grab 1 more. These will get put away for when we can actually turn them directly into screws for our next project. That goes there. Rings go there. Hammer, screwdriver, and file. And we're going to come real close to needing a new file too. Alright, there goes our hammer, which, man, did we get screwed on the scrap for that one. 6 ingots worth, and we got 2 scrap. Alright, we'll put this down here because we're going to need it again in a minute. Alright, so all 4 of those. We need robust. We need a long rod. Gears, and then we need a wrench. And that gives us our turbine. And it looks like my wrench is getting down there, so we're going to be recycling it soon as well, or breaking it, not recycling it. But if you look, this still has 500 durability on it, and it also says contains 7 steel. So when it comes time, we're actually going to recycle that. That way all the 500 uses we've used on it, or almost 500, will kind of not be lost. Okay, so we've got the turbine. Now we need to get the lathe. So we need a small gear, a large gear, the screw, the robust, a screwdriver, and a tiny crystal diamantine plate. And luckily we can get that from a chipped diamond. We just so happen to have like 9 of those. So get that done. Oop, there we go. Alright, so that there, through there, our large gear, our small gear, our robust, and a screwdriver, and we get our lathe. Alright, so we have our turbine, we have our lathe, we have our boiler, and our burning box, we have pipes. So let's go get this set up. Now, I'm going to go ahead and for now we're going to set it up in here, just because we don't have everything ran over yonder. And I don't really want to run creosote over there currently. Let's see, the lathe needs its energy in through the bottom. So then we're just going to do this one like this. We're going to do it just like the centrifuge. So we're going to put, hey, stop it. There we go. That. Then the lathe we will put right on the top. And in case you didn't know, there is a ledge on that boiler. You can actually hop on it if, in case you don't have something on top of it already, keeping you from doing it. But that is something to keep in mind when you're jumping around your base. Be careful you don't jump on the front of one of your boilers that are turned on or still warm. It will hurt very bad. In other words, you will die. There we go. One lathe. Now we just need to get the power and everything hooked up. And I'm not going to mess with doing an auto shut off for this one, because honestly it's not going to stay here that long. We'll be moving this over to the proper factory very, very soon. We need to get creosote into there. We need to get water into here. So this is our distilled water line, correct? Correct. Run this across the top. Torch has got to go. And we're going to go ahead and just run this right up that block. Just because it'll be cleaner down here. And that's going to get a little dark in this area. Torch there for now. And we can go ahead and put our marble back right there. We'll hook up the water pipe when we get upstairs. And it should be okay running this across here. Should not get in the way. Like I said, it's not going to be here too awful long. Properly fill the factory soon. I can speak words. I swear I can. Alright, so we have no calcification. Distilled water's filling up. We have creosote. We're going to hook up the return, which I never did get done for the compressor here, so we're going to get up through. But we're actually running into the issue that we're kind of getting full on distilled water because we're using the dryer to dry our sluice in the sluice sand. We actually have 1,533,000 change. And if we look at the Invar tank, see if I can find the tank in here, it'll hold 1,728,000. So I can only hold about 200,000 more in that tank, and then it will be full. So we're either going to have to make another tank, a larger tank, or figure out something to do with our distilled water. Alright, so now we have everything hooked up. So let's grab, I've already got these 6 bolts. I guess while we're here, let's look at the recipes. So you can put logs in here and make long birch sticks, and it'll give you wood pulp back from it. You can put in regular planks and they will give you 2 regular sticks. So if you need sticks, which if you're doing willow, you probably don't need sticks. You can do that in here. That gives you back the normal Minecraft amount of sticks per plank. That's another wood one. And then there is our screw recipe that we already looked at. We can do lenses. This is only 16, and we will need those eventually. So that's another good thing that we can do with it. And I think that's primarily the recipes. There's 1,300. I'm not going through all of them. But I do believe that is the bulk of what the lathe can do. So let's go ahead and we'll just throw these in here. And we'll turn this bad boy on so we can see it run. The auto in and out is side to side. So we will most definitely need to get a chest to put on this. Go do now while it's heating up. And I should have, there we go, 2x1 chests. This is going to kill 2 birds and 1 stone. This is going to give us the ability to make our bolts and save on our materials and burn off some of that creosote so we can have, and I'm thinking I might change this one over so when you get back next time, and if this is not on solid fuel anymore, you'll know why. Because I might be changing that one over as well. It doesn't run quite as long as lathe or as the centrifuge and everything, so I don't mind changing it over to liquid. It's also not a primary where these are primary. This is just shredding, so not as big a deal. Oh, and I wanted to point out, I was having problems with this. I had the dust funnel over here, and I keep forgetting that Greg allows funnels or hoppers to input through the output side, because vanilla, we argued about this long time ago. Vanilla does it. He wants to keep all vanilla functionality in his hoppers, and seeing as how the dust funnel is technically a hopper, it can take input through the output side as well. So when I had this hooked up from pipe to pipe, this pipe was continually trying to put the dust back into the dust funnel because it's the closest place that it could put it. So the only way I know of to fix this other than using a germanium hopper is possibly to put a restrictor pipe there. But I don't know if that'll work. We'll have to test that later. There you go. We have our bronze bolts now turned into bronze screws. I will go through our stainless down here, which we have tons of, which we won't have tons of very long, and figure out how much we need of the screws for both of the projects we discussed earlier, and get the plates turned into ingots, or plates turned into bolts, and get that thrown in here as well. And I think that's actually another recipe I forgot was in here. So we can do chip to gem bolts, but can we not do ingots to rods? That used to be a thing we could do in a lathe. Let's see. Cutter, sharpener, lathe. Okay, yeah, it is still in there. I just didn't see it. So if you end up pouring your stuff as ingots and you don't want to worry about making a rod from it, this is a lossless recipe as well. You just have to deal with doing it in pairs so you get the dust back for the extra one. Until you can make an extruder where you can just extrude it. But yeah, I thought that was in there, but I completely spaced that one. So that is it for today. I will get to work on the stainless steel screws, and Friday's video should be us setting up a coagulator. And I never did tell you why we need the coagulator. The coagulator is for rubber, because we need a biochemical gas hazard suit, and that takes rubber sheets. And we're going to get our rubber sheets from rubber ingots, which we can actually do in the extruder from rubber pulp and rubber chips and all that good stuff. And it does have the low heat extruder because, well, it's low heat stuff. And our rubber chips is going to come from a coagulator with latex. So that's why we need the latex, so we can go play around down there in that gas and not die, because that stuff is nasty. So anyways, thanks for stopping in. Hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to hit the buttons and do the things. And also, don't forget, I need some ideas for the menu at the Not So Crazy Cafe. What are we going to put on the menu of what we are serving down there? We've got like 9 boards, so give me some ideas, guys. Take it easy.